Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, good move. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Commander... out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
And Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On first down, Daniels. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get it.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw, Daniels.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try and get it with Geis. A nice little juke. And he's got this down to the 35.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown! A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Daniels. That one complete. He finds Shark.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The Washington offense stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another 1st down.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Geis. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Geis.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Off play action. Daniels out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the rim.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
On first down, this is Geis. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The toss right to Geis. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders have taken the lead. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off to Geis on the screen. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, this is...
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Geis, they'll try to run it. A little juke. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
122 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a handoff, Geis going right.
And he's got it to about the 40.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
He's going to keep this again. Ooh, with a juke.
Thing working in your direction.
They'll try to run it in, going option right.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
It's their quarterback. Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a... So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They run it up the middle now with Geis. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. Geis again.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle goes Geis. And yet again, pushing his way through. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Washington, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank